What's up, baby? This is Deontay the Bronze Rumble Wilder. Make sure you tap into Black Authentic Truth for your latest news. It's great information, baby. Bomb Squad!
Vegas police in the Seminole tribe of Florida, owners of the Hard Rock brand, are one of the wealthiest tribes in America. Their tribal members get $128,000 a year. You need 1/4 tribal blood to get that money, and there are roughly 4,000 members. You can see that the guitar is starting to take shape here in front of the Mirage in Las Vegas. An interesting fact is that children of the tribe have their payments go into trust until they're 18 years old. So every child turns 18 a multi-millionaire. The state of Florida gets $650 million from the tribe in a compact that they have agreed to. This is a tribe that never took no for an answer. I watched them battle the state of Florida for 20 or 30 years, and they came out on top with 6 incredibly busy gaming establishments. So between the $650 million that they give the state, the $500 million that they give their tribal members, they're taking $100 million a month just from their profits. We don't know how much money they actually make.
$100 million a month just from the profits of one casino. They have 6 casinos. Now, I'm bringing this out so you can see, the type of money that if you are in fact Indian, the type of money that you are entitled to. You know what I mean? If you're part of one, and this is not every Indian tribe. You look at the Lakota. The Lakota are living in squalor. It looks like a third world country on the reservation of the Lakota. The Lakota, like most, like I think all Native American Indian tribes suffer from a very high rate, destructive rate of alcoholism. It's very poor. They're living in, shacks on the Lakota reservation. So this is a very, very small percentage. You got to think it was 500 nations before the white man came of North American Indians. So this is, when you think about casinos, this is a very small percentage. I don't know the percentage, but I would say between 1% and 2% of all Native Indians that get to benefit from from that. But the thing is, and what we're going to go into is that there are a lot of $5 Indians. There are pure blood Europeans that are benefiting from these benefits that come from these gaming institutions.
Discussing Indian blood. We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me. And they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Now, that's Donald Trump talking about Native Indians in Connecticut. This is from 1993. But it's clear, when you look at white people versus real Indians, you can see the difference. The same as like we're in Southern California. You can tell the difference between a white person and a Mexican person. It's not very hard to tell. You can see the Indian in them versus the Caucasus in a white person. You know what I mean? And so this has always been known that there are a lot of white people that claim to be Native American Indians, and they are not. Now, the Dawes Rolls or the Dawes Acts was when, they were giving out allotments of land and benefits to Native American Indians of the 5 nations. And so what white people would do was to bribe government officials to put their names by giving them $5 to put their names on the rolls. This would guarantee that they would get this land and that their descendants would benefit. And today, a lot of their descendants benefit from, these allotments and these monies that were supposed to be going to real Native American Indians, which is crazy. So now you will see, a person that looks like a European from Europe saying that they are Native American Indian. They're Cherokee. They're, Chickasaw. And you're like, you look no different than Gordon Ramsay. You look no different than Gordon Ramsay. Like you are not no Native Indian.
To keep your eye on the issue here. The issue is that the individuals in these groups do not have Abenaki ancestry. They have great stories. Who determines that? Say, because I've actually actually did the genealogies of every single family that they place in their own documentation. And have no Abenaki ancestors. That's it. That's the story. You had a flawed process that recognized people who have no Abenaki ancestry, and now you have individuals who are upset because of that, because there's a possibility that that truth will come out. But that was never part of the process. I have all of the documents. You can actually see yourself. This is a serious problem that you've engaged in.
So he's bringing out the fact that he's done the genealogy on all of these people and they have no Indian ancestry at all. And they are upset. You understand? And this goes back to the Dawes Rolls, which today they admit that the Dawes Rolls is flawed, but they still use that to determine whether or not you are Native American or not. And so it's just a flawed system. And it's hilarious at this point that these people, these descendants of these colonizers are upset because now the truth is starting to come out and show that they are not connected to real Native Indians. I mean, we can just do the look test, but when somebody does the genealogy, there is, it's conclusive. There is, nothing else you can say to that.